and gentlemen, the opposition here today are focusing mainly on that the fact these biological parents, they don't really want to know their children, and we're actually forcing this relationship between them. And this is bad because the parents, they don't want, and we should not infringe on their rights of choice, and that we should not force them to have a relationship. But what we say here today is that we should not just be focusing on the side of the biological parents. What about the wants and the needs of these children? Don't they have the right to know their parents as well? Is it only the right of the parent to give up their child and not allow their child any form or any say in the matter of their relationship? We say no. We say that these children, they are humans too. They have the right to know who gave birth to them, who are their biological parents, and why is it that these biological parents, they don't want these children? It could be any number of reasons, whether because maybe the mother is too young, or maybe the family does not have enough money to support the child. We say that these children, they have the right to know why they were being given up and why they were being abandoned. Yes, sir.
Okay, if the parents really want to know their child, they really want to stand a bond with their child, the real biological parents, the agreement when they put their child for abortion, they can state legal visitations or contacts with their child. No doubt they are being adopted by other parents.
Yes, we are saying that even in the case where these parents don't want to know their child, when they want to make a clean cut, we say that their children should have the right in saying whether they want to have this bond or whether they want to know any reasons behind the adoption or not. We should not just focus on the side of the parents, because these children are humans too. And in the democratic country, they have as much right as the parents do in their say of the relationship between them. And also, the opposition brought up the point of the relationship between this child and their foster parent will become toxic as a result of this meeting with their biological parents. But we say no. We say that this relationship that has been forged between them for any number of years, between 16 or 0, because we do not say that these children are adopted from the age of 0. They could be adopted at the age of 4 or 5. We say that these children, having been brought up by their foster parents for so many years, having been loved and cared for by them, we say that a meeting with their biological parents would not actually study the entire, maybe a decade of being brought up by this foster parent. We say that it's ridiculous to assume that just meeting their biological parents would cause such a deep rift between the child and the foster parent. Thank you, sir. And furthermore, we say that the fact that these foster parents will actually be willing enough to tell their children that they are not their own, and they are actually adopted. We say that if these parents are brave enough to give up this deception and have everything between this parent and the kid clean, and that everything, all the truth is out there, we say that this will actually form this respect of between the child and the parent. No, thank you to both of you. The child will actually respect their parent for being able to be so honest with them. We don't see that there will be any sully between the child and the parent. And on to my point on how this adopted child, they will have this emotional scarring within them, and they say
before you go on, ma'am.
Later, sir. We say that this child who, if they were adopted at the age of 4, they would actually have this knowledge that they were adopted, having been put at the adoption house and being brought to this foster parent. We say that this child will always remember that he or she was not actually being given birth by this foster parent, and therefore there will be an emotional scarring. Before I go on, yes, sir.
Can you prove that that many childs who are adopted really want to meet their biological parents?
Thank you, sir. We are making this optional. We're not actually telling them, okay, every single adopted child would be forced to know their parents. We are saying that we're giving them this option. We're opening up an option for this child to actually. We are opening up this child option for the child to actually know their parents. If they really want to know, they can go ahead and request to meet their own parents. If they don't want to know, if they're happy being with their foster parent and not knowing about their past, we say that it is okay for them. What we want to here today is to open up an option for them to actually heal any emotional scars that were left on them when they were being abandoned or being put into a foster home. We want them to be able to have the chance to actually repair any damage that has been done emotionally, psychologically, or any form of hurt that was being caused because of this adoption or because of being put into an adoption house. And we say that with this knowledge that they could possibly gain from their parents, we say that they will give this would give the child a form of closure and be able to understand that themselves better, because every child deserves the right to know their roots and their background and their own biological parents, and therefore we say that this house takes the debate.